an inflection point, and we've been here before. Innovation is never a straight line. If we look at the world of computing, history has shown that each new wave of transformation has been preceded by skepticism and doubt, before eventually changing the world. At the start of such a transformational wave, we see technological advancement being challenged until we reach a point when suddenly, breakthrough is exponential and unstoppable. Over the last 50 years, we've seen such a moment unfold 4 times before. The first wave was the era of mainframes, IBM, UNIVAC, Honeywell, big computers in sterile rooms tended to by people in lab coats. The second wave brought the personal computer to our homes, Macintosh, Linux, Windows. We had the potential to put a PC on every desk. The third wave connected us to the internet, World Wide Web, message boards, search. Our screens became a portal to anywhere on the planet. The fourth wave introduced us to the smartphone, iPhone, Android, Facebook. 5 billion people now have a supercomputer in their pocket. It's difficult to see a revolution when you're in the middle of it, but in 10 years, when we look back on today, it might go a little something like this. Internet of Things, blockchain, artificial intelligence. We're at an inflection point, and if you look, you can already see what is about to happen. Over the next 2 days, we challenge you to recognize how drastically the world is about to change again. Discover what the future is about and how we will shape it together. Let's look at the changes we can expect and the opportunities that come with it. Together we can shape and define the next era. Welcome to the 5th wave.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the co-founder of the Next Web, Boris Veldhuijzen van Zanten.
So, welcome to the Next Web. It's great that you're all here. I just juggled for you and I thought I'd take you back a little bit and also set you up for the following 2 days. Now, when I was 15, my father took me for a walk in the woods near our house, and he told me a very exciting story about a young, talented CEO who had just left his company, Apple, and started a new, even more exciting company called Next. And I remember being thrilled, excited by the story, because it felt like a revolution. And I felt left out. I felt like I was born too late, that I was missing this whole exciting computer revolution. I couldn't play a role in it. Then, a few years later, first I went to circus school, as you just witnessed. A few years after that, I went to an art academy, and somebody told me about the World Wide Web. And two guys in San Francisco who had started a company, a web directory called Jeangu. And the first thing I thought, and this was 1995, was, shit, I'm too late again. Looking back, I think it was right on time. And what we showed you today is sort of the 5 waves in technology, and we're just entering the 5th. And when I talk to people, especially young entrepreneurs, they always feel like, well, I have this concept, but I might be too late. I always tell them the story, and I say, you're not too late, it's just starting. We're really in the beginning. This is the first 5% of a new revolution. And I think that's what I wanted to tell you today. And also, that's the spirit I want you to enjoy the conference with, to see what's happening, to make the change, to be part of the revolution. So that's my message to you today. And now I want to introduce Pep Rosenfeld, my dear friend and your moderator for the following 2 days. Pep.
Morning, everybody. Morning, Boris. Morning, Pep. Long walk. Are we gonna get rid of these? Should we kick it?
I'll clean it up for you.
Boris is Dutch and I'm American. If we kick these off stage, this is the closest we're getting to the World Cup.
That's.
You
gotta be more gentle with my balls. These are expensive balls.
Yeah, okay. There's an expression about not kicking the open goal, and you having a handful of your expensive balls is an open goal, Boris. Boris, I didn't know you could juggle.
I can.
I feel like you wrote the whole 5th wave thing just as an excuse so you could show off and then hit on women later with your juggling skills.
Well, 5 is hard, so I decided not to go for 6 and 7, yeah.
And
which goes incidentally, coincides with the 5th wave.
And I wanted on the record, you dropped those balls on purpose. You could have juggled 5 for 2 days straight and into the after party.
Totally, yeah.
Boris, tell me what you're looking forward to today and tomorrow.
But my joy is walking around and just shaking people's hands. It's great to see the enthusiasm and the excitement, and just everybody's so happy to be here, which is amazing when you're the one throwing the party.
I think they do get more excited when they see you. Everybody lights up. If you see Boris, please do walk over to him and shake his hand. He literally wants to meet everybody here, and it's tough to do.
Everybody.
And this year, and if you've been here the last couple of years, you'll know what I mean. If you're out of toilet paper, leave Boris alone. He doesn't need to deal with the toilet paper problem.
Been there, done that.
Boris, have a great festival. Give it up for Boris.
Yep.
Juggling sensation. Well. Welcome, everybody, to the 3rd edition of the Next Web Conference. How you guys doing? Here in this theater in the round, I don't know where to look. I feel like Russell Crowe in the Gladiator movie. Remember that? Are you not entertained? I'm like Russell Crowe without the charming Australian accent or problem with violence and misogyny. So it balances out. This is the 13th edition. How many people have been here for more than 5 conferences? Give me an applaud for more than 5. More than 6. Anybody more than 10? More than 10? Those are the dudes getting old, right? Those are the dudes tech savvy enough to have their iPhone's font size set to maximum. Still trying to play it cool. They're like, oh, you're still on LinkedIn? No, no, no. You got to be on Bumble Biz. Now let me see your profile. So a word that I'm going to say a few times today. By the way, my name is Pep Rosenfeld, and I'm the founder of Boom Chicago Comedy Theater here in Amsterdam. It is a pleasure to be part of the Next Web again. And the thing I want to say about this theater in the round is that it's tough to get in and out. And if you hear right now the click-clacking of people exiting, there's no subtle way to do it. So when you're in the arena, when you're hearing the gashouder, the gas holder, which many nervous speakers are, please stay for the duration of the talk. If you're really zoning out, you're like, I didn't know I was here for machine learners, just sit in the back and check Twitter for 20 minutes. But don't, when you walk in and out, it's click-clackery, it's awful. If you want to leave right now, my feelings will not be hurt. But if you leave during the speaker, my feelings will be hurt. So this is a different kind of conference, as all you guys know. If you're here for the first time, you're in for something special. This is not a normal tech conference. I mean, look around. Look at the diversity in this room. Usually at a tech conference, diversity means middle-aged white guys in suits and ties and middle-aged white guys in black t-shirts that say Pink Floyd. But this is different. Oh, people are taking up my invitation to leave. That makes me either a great host or the worst host there could be. Yeah, that's right. Get out of here. Yeah. Yeah. Machine learners aren't good enough for you, huh? When the singularity comes, we know your faces. And if you are leaving, totally kidding, please feel free to leave, it's fine. But get the fuck out! Totally fine. I'm gonna stall a bit more then while this is happening. Hands up if the diversity we have in this room right now is a different kind of diversity. In this room, we have got a perfect mix of nerds and cool nerds. Cool nerds used to not be a thing, now it's totally a thing. When I was growing up, nerds were the guys that got beat up by bullies. I ought to know, I was a nerd. Now those same bullies drive the Ubers that take us to this very event. Nerds are now inspirational. Nerds like Elon Musk, who designs a beautiful, sexy, earth-friendly Tesla car and then sends it into space. I'm not sure why. Nerds like Mark Zuckerberg, who went from Facebook will get me girls, to Facebook will get me rich, to Facebook will get me blamed for Donald Trump being president. By the way, no need to worry about privacy here. Tomorrow, the GDPR goes into effect, right? Which reminds me, I hope you all have gotten those emails I've been sending you. I want to maintain our data relationship. Nerds like Bill Gates. Bill Gates, not the coolest nerd, but a benevolent nerd, gives away his billions, works with the United Nations to develop the millennial goals to beat world poverty. Compare that to a bully billionaire like Donald Trump, who has different millennial goals. Donald Trump's millennial goals are, by the end of this year, I will have sex with 5 millennials. And I will be thinking of Ivanka each time. That was too far? Awesome.